If you save $500 every month starting today, in 20 years, you could have more money than most people who spent the same years working the same kind of job. Not because you got lucky, not because you picked the perfect stock, but because you committed to one simple habit that most people never stay consistent with. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how much your money could grow, how compound interest works, and what happens if you never get started. Let's begin. $500 a month. That's about $16 a day. Maybe it's one less takeout meal. Maybe it's canceling a subscription you never use. Maybe it's cutting back on small expenses that don't really add value to your life. It doesn't sound like much. In fact, it sounds almost too simple. But that's the beauty of investing. Money doesn't care where it came from. It doesn't know whether you earned it through overtime or saved it by skipping a coffee. The only thing it responds to is time. And time is what turns small, consistent investments into life-changing wealth. So let's look at the numbers. Imagine you invest $500 every month into a low-cost index fund. Historically, the stock market has returned about 7% per year after inflation over long periods. Some years are great, some years are terrible. But over decades, this has been a reasonable, long-term average. Now here's what happens. After 5 years, you've invested $30,000. Your account could be worth around $36,000. It doesn't look exciting yet. This is the stage where many people lose patience and quit. After 10 years, you've invested $60,000. Your investment could grow to around $87,000. Now, your money is beginning to grow faster. After 15 years, you've invested $90,000. Your account could be worth around $158,000. Notice something. You invested $90,000, but your account has grown by much more. That extra money came from compound growth. Your money started earning money. After 20 years, you've invested a total of $120,000. Your account could be worth approximately $260,000. Take a moment to think about that. You contributed $120,000 over 2 decades. But your investment added roughly $140,000 on top of that. That's the power of staying invested, and if you simply continue for another 10 years, your account could grow to around $570,000 with the exact same monthly investment. This is why people say compound interest is powerful. At first, progress feels slow. Then suddenly the growth becomes much faster than the money you're putting in. Now let's translate those numbers into real life. Because money isn't just about numbers on a screen, it's about choices. Around $260,000 could become a substantial down payment on a home. It could help pay for your child's education. It could make retirement much less stressful. And if you continue investing beyond 20 years, your portfolio could eventually produce passive income that helps cover part of your monthly expenses. That's what financial freedom really means. Not buying expensive things, but having more choices. Now let's look at the other path. Same person, same job, same salary. The only difference, they never start. They keep saying, I'll invest next year. Then next year becomes 5 years. 5 years becomes 10. If you wait 10 years before investing, you don't just lose 10 years of contributions. You lose 10 years of compound growth. Those early years matter the most because they give your money the longest time to grow. That's why delaying can reduce your final investment by hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. The cost of waiting is often much bigger than people realize. Now maybe you're thinking, I don't have an extra $500 every month, and that's completely understandable. The important thing isn't starting with $500. The important thing is starting. Review your monthly expenses. You may find subscriptions you no longer use. You may discover small purchases that quietly add up every month. Most importantly, automate your investing. Set up an automatic transfer as soon as you get paid. That way you don't have to rely on motivation or willpower every month. And if $500 isn't possible today, start with $100 or even less. You can always increase it later. Building the habit is far more important than starting with the perfect amount. There's one final mistake that ruins everything: touching the money too soon. Every time you withdraw from your investments for something unnecessary, you aren't just losing today's money, you're also losing years of future growth. A small withdrawal today could cost you several times that amount decades later. That's why long-term investors often succeed by doing something very simple. They leave their investments alone. Sometimes boring, is exactly what works. Let's quickly recap. Invest $500 every month. Earn an average annual return of around 7%. After 20 years, your investment could grow to approximately $260,000 from $120,000 in contributions. Keep going for 30 years, and that amount could grow to roughly $570,000. Wait 10 years before starting, and you could lose a significant portion of your future wealth. The most important step isn't finding the perfect investment, it's getting started, staying consistent, and giving your money enough time to grow. If this video changed the way you think about building wealth, make sure you subscribe. Every week I break down simple financial concepts using real numbers and practical examples, without hype or get-rich-quick promises. And if you know someone who's always saying, "I'll start investing next year," share this video with them. It could be the motivation they need to change the next 20 years of their life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.